Righto, let's get flying here if we put on the right scenes. Oh, we have a lot of sound from apparently 2024. And you are going way over the top as well. Love that. Right out the gate, we're doing things perfectly. Anyway, we're here. We are making sure we have everything working before we start properly here. And by everything working, I mean I need to have track IR, not do this. There we go, that's now working, so good. And turn that off because that's terrible. Please, thank you. We need to move the camera up a bit. Also, we need to cold and dark because we're supposed to be taking off from here working. And don't close that down, but we need to go to equipment. We need to put on those, put on the snout, put on the wisps and the settling preventer. That seems to be what they use for real. Then we need to go to missions. Not battery master for that. That's now powered on. We go in here, boom, random. Where we need a bit of fiddling here, perhaps, to get things set up the way that we need it to be. We're based out of Skiva, or just west of, really, where their base is. Right out here, alongside a road. We need to turn you all the way up. Then we do a custom location. We just need to make sure basically that we have decent coverage here of all of the area that we are supposed, which also if we track AR just down here and then we just over to actually just go to this. And maybe centering from there. No, we need to maybe even more than that because we kind of, yeah, we are way off center here. Go slightly over. Yeah. Except that I think would be good. We do single player, we get the radio going. Hello, hello. We can now talk to the dispatcher in a moment. There we go, that comes in. We are now all set up, ready to receive a job. Make sure everything else is as it should be in here. What emergency vehicles will be used? We need it to be yes UK. I did change that a moment ago. And yes, we have good coverage area here, although we are maybe extending the coverage area a bit too much here. Increase the area down to about 100 kilometers. That might get us, that is about what we need it to have really. So extend it a bit more actually. Cover all of it. We'll have a lot of flying to do just in terms of everywhere we go. So they don't seem really to remember the aircraft configs. Yeah, you've come back on, which you don't need to be. Also, we don't need to spotlight. I don't know what this is, but we don't have it. We have, yes, all of that seems fine. So this is the helicopter for the day, LN00V, which I guess is the helicopter based here. It's perfectly fine. The real helicopter is a 135, not a 145, but you can't win every time. So wait a job to come in, which shouldn't take too long. There are 4 technically air ambulances in Denmark. 1 based up here in Saltum, 1 down here where we are, 1 in Billund by the airport. And then 1 over here-ish somewhere. I don't know exactly if it's at Oscar, somewhere around there-ish. Which cover all of the country, including Bornholm, which is very far away, and we're not going there. Our primary hospitals today will be Aarhus. Oh, hello, we got a job coming in. That's technically not us. But we're going to go next. This is an air ambulance. It doesn't do that. A worker has been injured by a payloader in a quarry. Bucket hit him during maneuvers. Roger. Yeah, we'll take that. that seems like a job we do.
The equipment. Stand by.
So where are we going to go then? To start here, preparing for takeoff. We don't have rotor brake on, so we go back in here. I'm not going to sit here and flick all the switches, be an anorak about that. We're just going to click ready for takeoff, and then we're going to fly in a moment. Also, fill her up. We may be going some places today. We need a full tank.
Cabin preparations completed.
All received, thank you. Okay, so we are going up there. Lovely. Which is where specifically? This is not anywhere with a name, so love that. Oh, hello. Could we maybe just remove the custom location? No, we're not getting Dockerdale. Okay. Got a wall. Oh, by health. Okay, got that. Yes. Okay, all received. Thank you. We'll go there in a moment. Once we're ready to go, we've all spooled up the helicopter, the 145. And indeed, if I look outside, it's a bit difficult with how low I'm sitting right now. Let me just raise myself up a bit. There we go. That's better. Yeah, it is pretty much this outside. It's lovely today. Nice and warm. I think we are getting torque coming up. Everything settling down. Off we go. Oh, don't do that. Bit nervous on takeoff, this helicopter. I think they're fixing with an update coming in, but yeah, it's not fixed now. Off we go. This direction. Ping. Yes. Over. Also, a bit happens. Could be an army base around here-ish. Well, not here-ish specifically, but either I think it's on the other side of town. We might be flying over it. Yeah, it is a bit of a different experience. Also, I need to over here a bit. Oh, we're going towards the ground. We're also going quite fast, so just level out here now. Climb, get down to like 80 knots. And now you need to go a bit because I need to actually see the fake iPad we have on screen. Now here we go. Let's see if we can get the cruise. Okay, yep. Nope. Don't kill me.
Hey, Captain. This is not an aerobatic helicopter. Please keep calm.
Do not blame me for that, okay? That was not me. That was the helicopter doing that. I take no responsibility when the helicopter decides it wants to kill us. I think we're stable now. We'll couple you up here, please. Couple up. You're not doing anything you're supposed to do. Great, love that. It'll fix itself in a moment. It's quite okay. Just avoid using autopilot near the ground, and you're kind of good. So, yeah, I, a few years ago, did a job over there-ish. Maybe, like, try and point ourselves at least towards our destination. Clear the autopilot mode here. Go in the right direction. Not kill us, please, now. Thank you. We need to get you over onto this so we can now set altitude acquisition. Okay. Fine, now you're also over throttling. It's all going great. It does this. It didn't used to do this, but sometimes it does this now, where it just has no control over itself when you put it into autopilot. Kind of just got to bring everything under control and steady down and try a few times, and then it seems to work. But yeah, we are going in completely the wrong direction here, so we'll sort that out. Maybe we try and get closer to the actual route before we do the autopilot thing. But yeah, once we are stable, we'll just check that everything is working as it should. Nice to say though, you're not going to find multi-story buildings like that over here. It's just part of the random generation that works quite okay most of the time, and except for when it doesn't. But that's like everything in Right now and hand fly this sucker for a bit and then gain altitude. Get where we are pretty much here, about 1,500 feet. Approaching the actual GPS direct route. Okay, so we are kind of just... No, don't. Turn that. Couple you up here, please. Now you seem to be going in the right direction here. Excellent, love that. We'll take the altitude that we are at. Stay in, change direction, increase speed. Let's try and go to like 100 knots just to begin with so we don't over talk. It seems to love doing that. Also, mission wise, what do we have? Get ambulance going, please. Ambulance going. Fire, police, we need the whole lot for this. We're on the way. We have 24 minutes flying time. Gonna assume the one from Sultan was busy, so we are doing the job for them. It is quite okay. If we are the closest available resource, we will go. That's how it works, really. Let's just... No, don't overtalk. Let me just go out here now and see with audio levels. Yes, they seem to be. Maybe boost this one a little bit. And we can bring you up as well, but it should be quite okay. Bong. It does bongs. I think it's just giving us information about the incident. And units going and arriving. Yeah, we have got units coming in here. Tiniest little quarry. What can we see in terms of satellite imagery? We might be able to land here, over here in this end. Otherwise, over here there should be enough room. But yeah, we do have some woodland around, but that's quite okay, really. Should be manageable for us. Yeah, 19 minutes flying time here. We can probably go up a bit more on the speed. Although once you are above 120 knot, it becomes a bit tricky to accelerate using autopilot. That will do the job. Also, that's also wrong. That changed a few days ago. I don't know why, but this should be eminently correct. Yes, it is. Yeah, we're now flying here over... Oh god, what are we actually flying over? Into now. Yeah, I definitely remember what this body of water is called. Please help me out here. Okay, you're not. Thank you. Excellent, love that. So we have some water here. I've completely forgot what it's called. I mean, it's not... Infion, is it? Not what it is. We're not naming it. Even up here, it's fine. We'll just not bother thinking about it. We'll be overland here soon anyway, continuing north. Technically, we are crossing into the northern region. So technically not the area that we are supposed to serve, but if we are the closest available resource, we will go. Alternatively, if we're doing transport for this one, that may be to Aalborg. That's right up here, much closer than if we were, say, to go down here to Aarhus, where we have a big hospital. Let's just zoom in here and have a look, see if it is. No, that's definitely not it. It's there. There's two hospital helipads. They've got two now. And Aalborg has helipads as well. Both are trauma centres. There are 4 trauma centres in this lovely little country. Aalborg, Aarhus, Odense and Copenhagen. We will also most likely be going to Copenhagen if we get a burns victim. They have the trauma burns place thingy over there. I would also like to stress it's not as green as this right now, but that's 2024. Yeah, you can't actually do this properly. Most of the trees won't have any green on them yet. Fields will also not be quite green or harvested, but that's quite okay. All of these windmills, very accurate. Good time to fly this. Yeah, we are sitting good here. We have full fuel. Everything's looking fine. Did we actually remove the external components this time around? Yes, we did. fully accurate livery, but it's basically fine for what it is. Work with it for sure. The ambulances here are run by Norskluft something or other, which is a bit odd, but hey ho, that's how it is. All of these things are run by private companies on behalf of the government, and that's for some reason a sensible thing to do. But I'll get off my horse about all of that stuff. So yeah, we are now into Region Nordjylland here, as you can see. Crossed over the border here, but we are quite northernly based anyway. Yeah, it's fine. The bases here are done to give these more outer regions response time to of transport time to hospitals. I mean, there is some hospitals being built around, but you kind of need to go to Aarhus or Aalborg from around here, there-ish down there, and it's quite a long drive by ambulance. As you can see here, it's going to take us 20 minutes by helicopter to go pretty much the same distance to Aalborg, so it's a long drive by road in the back of an ambulance. But yeah, it's lovely. We have very little wind. Had lots of wind earlier this week, but it's all settled down and we're having a lovely weekend. Lovely sunny, some scattered clouds about. A lovely day, and yeah, it's Tennessee. Wonderful temperatures here for early March. Where are we actually flying over now? We are flying over what villages are we flying over here? Stop. Theoretically, I've probably heard of, yes. Oh, and then we get to the motorway. We know of that. Which exit is it? 3, which is Harverslow. Yes. Oh, and then let's go. Lovely. Oh, sorry. Close to the let's go. Ah, there we go. Let's go. Yeah, it's a big forest up here. Big nature area. South of Stirling. It's lovely. We have one patient unseen, 21 years old male. What else do we have? Any info? Nothing. Quarry accident with injured worker. Unknown, unknown. Everything is unknown. The ambulance should be getting there. Heaven Juliet has reached the scene. Crew requires further assistance. All received. And we have got who unseen? Everybody appears to be unseen. Fire, police, ambulance have arrived, so they've started their part of the intervention while we get there, which is always lovely. Your gauge is all good. The lads in the back are all good, having a party. So, I mean, it's not going to be necessary here, but I'll just pop that one over to have like the 3D terrain thingy on. It's not that useful here because it's quite a flat country. But certainly when you start to fly in more hillier areas, it's very useful. We are over the latter part of the here, although that ideas, but hey ho, it happens. So in fairness, we're not as flat here as it is down south. But yeah, we are 12 minutes away from the incident. Only making our way over. This will also take us quite far from our area, so any next job that comes in after this will be quite a flight as well. So we'll see. That's a mileage under the flying hours under the chopper today. We have a full tank of fuel. Doesn't matter. We are all crewed up and ready to go. And we should be coming up to the motorway. I think we can actually see it to our front over here, or to our, like, 2 o'clock. That big road just before those 3 windmills over there should be motorway running north-south. Major artery, naturally, is the only north to south motorway in the country, so quite busy. It has been talked about doing one further west, but I don't really think that's materialising. It's very expensive to do, and like the benefits are difficult to justify when you, as a politician, or live in Copenhagen. Yeah, the E45 motorway running down here. Most of us have trundled up and down a few times over the years. And yeah, here we have Holtzgott forest, big forest. Quite a hilly part of the country as well. We don't have a hoist on the helicopter, so we are kind of stuck landing and needing potentially transport to get to patient. Yeah, 9 minutes away. Step it up a bit. We're flying quite a low altitude here, so although we are... yeah, we can actually just go up here to, like, what we're doing ground speed-wise. Doing 133 knots ground speed, so quite good. Message thing. Always annoys me, but hey-ho, we are on our way to this young male. Do we have any further details on the patient? No, everything is unknown. Except for the fact that the ambulance has arrived on scene. We may not have data yet, but that's quite okay. Let's start here with 8 to go. Recce, we're gonna approach land. Technically we're supposed to go round land southbound, but I'm not sure how that's gonna work. I mean, we could come in potentially in and over to go. We come in, yeah, land over here. That should be reasonably flat. Yeah, that is a potential where we will land on that side of the building. Also, overflying the patient doesn't seem like a good idea when they're lying in sand, but that might just be me. We also have the option of landing over here in the field. Although obviously it would be more ideal to land over here on the same side of the road. Get to that when we get there. I think the approach is to land same side on the first approach. If it doesn't work out, we just prioritize. Also, there seems to be a low-hanging cloud here. I think that'll interrupt the flight. And these helicopters do operate day and night, although I think at night they only do ILS approaches at airports or airfields that has the capability. So they're kind of reduced operation at night rather than no operation. Which is obviously good if you need to be like flown to a hospital. We won't be getting into that, mainly because I have no idea how to do any ILS stuff in this thing. I kind of just do this and have fun doing this, it's fine. Here we are, 13 miles away. And staying up to date with the patient situation. I'm technically a pilot, so... Okay, so symptoms here, submerged. That's not great. Yeah, this low-hanging cloud is obstructing our visibility, but should like start to see the coastline over here. It's not terribly far away. Just 5 minutes from the patient, 10 nautical miles. Presumably also why we have a bit more of a low-hanging cloud out here. It's just a bit cooler. Yeah, we've dropped a degree in the outside air temperature. Yeah, we can see the coastline now, and yeah, the patient will be, if you can see the mouse, will be around here-ish. We'll try and come round to our left and then go down land headwind. So apparently that's what you're supposed to do in a helicopter and airplanes as well. But we are an ambulance in the sky, so we do whatever we want. Like the same rules as like on the road for like emergency vehicles. Although we don't have flashing blue lights, we have a helicopter. It's pretty big. You tend to notice them. Yeah, we just take priority and do what we want, and then help the patient, and then go to hospital. What town do we have down here? Yeah, we've got some marshland over here. Into that, and yeah, we are getting quite close now. Oh yeah, 3 minutes away. We need to start to change our approach here. Let's drop altitude. Try and acquire enter line here, please. Thank you. Be on the far side of this tree line here. Well, not the far side of the tree line, but down on the opposite tree line. We are approaching here. We have the patient struck by a bucket
Ambulance with no paramedic.
from a
Fire engine.
bigger
Confirmed
bulldozer thingy. Patient is a bit weak. Do we have any further details yet? No, still submerged, so we're not making progress there. No further details on the patient yet, so we should see when we get on scene what we can do. Or rather, the people back here will... Technically, I think we need to have an additional person in the back. I think they fly with a doctor and 2 technicians to help out, and then obviously pilot, co-pilot. Also, that's a lot of water. That's accurate? I don't recall. I mean, I guess that's accurate then. Very boxy piece of waterway down here. They may just have irrigated
I set a
it.
possible hospital destination for our patient. Infos are available on tablet. We can confirm or change later.
All received, thank you. Let's just check here now if you're like completely smoking the doobie. Yeah, we're not going to a dialysis clinic. That, can we just straight up say no to that one? But I don't think somebody being submerged
nautical miles from exit area.
is going to do much good. having a hospital up here somewhere. It's actually also... Technically, we should be landing there and then transporting to the hospital, I believe, but we can't. So maybe we're just going to have to go down there. Also, we need to shift focus, do that later. Just bring you back here. Clear the autopilot. Try and slow it down a bit. Get visual on where the incident site is up here. Coming up.
Rear crew, we are approaching the landing site.
Alright, it's down there. Oh, that's not great for landing though, is it? Yeah, we're going to go round and then land on the field. That's what we're going to have to do. Seems like the best option. Have a bit more of a perspective here. Go over the sea and then get turned round. Coming in at quite an altitude here. You can make this work. I'm very good at entering vortex ring state, by the way. If there's a pilot that you need to do vortex ring state, I'm your guy. So let me... That's not a great approach. We're coming in way hot. We would do that again. That was a test run. Always important to test it out. It kind of scrub off a lot of speed there. Pow, 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 please. Hello. We've just inspected your roof. It's well built. You could be happy with that. It'll last you a few years yet. We are helping out everybody here. Don't come here and tell me I'm not doing my part for society. They've just had a building inspection done. Free of charge. All covered by, you know, the healthcare system. Then... Preferably... Oh, I think we got into vortex ring state there a bit.
Reasonably close.
Yes, we are. Land on the other side of that. Just drop it down. It's fine. Engines to idle. And then just everybody turning around. They saw a helicopter crash. Let's just see if we can't move the... Change, please. Have a hospital up here that works. I don't think we do. Something to check. There should be a hospital right here. Although I don't think it has a helipad. I think they use an external helipad.
Rear crew, prepare for ground operations.
Yes, please. Go over there and have a look. See, so the hospital about here-ish. Let me just verify once. In here, and we go to... Wrong button. No, that's a church. Not eminently what we're looking for. We're looking for a hospital, which is... I need to get my bearings right. Where are we? It should be further in, shouldn't it?
Helicopter in position. Rear crew, you are clear to start operations.
Get my bearings in. It's been a while, but I know where it is. Yeah, you come in. It's here, but come into all. Yes, yes, fine. 4 minutes time.
We need time for ground operations. Please stand by.
And it's over here-ish. As they've moved it and built it since I've been. No, there's a hospital. It should not have a helipad. My knowledge, there does indeed not appear to be any helipad here, correct? So, to my understanding, and I don't know this for sure, but I believe they land on the helipad over here and then transport by road, which is obviously far from ideal. Also, what is marked here as a landmark? So we may have to just go down to, what is that? Yeah, it's just a Alton Arena. But yeah, we're going to have to go to Aarhus then if we have to transport, but that's fine. getting 4 minutes on scene here while we can burn a bit of fuel. And the helicopter is just fine with that slightly aggressive touchdown. As long as that tail rotor is a bit far down. So we're managing. We have the settling preventers on, so we are good. Any further details now on this patient? Negative. It's still just unknown. Presumably we've not been able to ascertain that. Frankly, isn't my problem. But yeah, we are going to be going then to Aarhus. Taking the helipad here. Can we actually see that on the satellite view? Or has that not been built yet? That is there. Right, there is the helipad, and there should be another one right over here. There we go. Was expanded a few years ago, I think. Or they had like helipads out here somewhere where they landed, and a bit of a to do to get the patients transported inside and out again. But we're here. We'll do the job and get going as soon as we can.
Patient will go with ambulance.
Excellent. So we can start making our way back to base then. Be a bit cheeky then, and go to dispatch control page and say that we are on the way back to base, status 5. Oh dear. Lads, you may want to hurry up back here. What do we have now? Look right. We have received one new dispatch, please. ACS. All received. Thank you. We can't accept. We can't do anything. Can we accept in here? Okay. Right, we're going a long way then. Where's this? Going to Nurse Nerd. Okay, roger that.
Cabin secured, ready to fly.
Can we grab the call that we just got? Accept, please. We're going to Nurse Nerd. That's just 48 miles, but that wasn't what we saw here. Oh yeah, it has a bit of a wobble. It'll come in here in a moment.
Final equipment checks. Hold on.
We'll just let them do their equipment checks on the ground. The numbers are stabilising, everything's looking fine with the helicopter. Just awaiting the crew prep. They're not going to finish it. Okay, here we go. They are going to finish it. So we're going to prepare, head south.
Cabin secured. All set to proceed.
All received, thank you. Yeah, just a bit ruly sometimes when you take off. Upsy daisy, don't go in the trees. Up above the trees, please, above the trees. We are helicopter, we don't go in them, we go over them. But at least one injured, waiting for info. Symptoms, amputated leg, all received.
VTOS.
That is a very easy to diagnose symptom, isn't it? Your leg's falling off, mate. We'll do it. Just went into takeoff. Right, put that. We're campsite. Are we getting information in here? Do we have any?
VY.
That one for sure. Boom, here we go. At least one injured. Ambulance on the way. 35 years old, female, unconscious. Because we don't know. So yeah, we boom. Yeah, we stabilised. We need to get to 3,500 or 1,500. Although we're going to acquire the altitude, start getting the speed up a bit, although we have a slight headwind, so we're moving that quickly. Somehow, like, if you get the autopilot here all wrong, you can actually overtalk it on the autopilot, which is an interesting proposition. Suppose it's set up to, like, have people operate it who are competent, not people like me who isn't. Yeah, we've now reached cruising altitude. I'm going to try and whack it up to 120 knots, maybe try and go as fast as we can as we make our way down south. Probably can't get 230 here. Oh! Eyes at whatever this is. Once we get to it, get out a bit more. As we do have a solid 30 minutes flying time from our current position. So being able to scrape a little bit off would be helpful. We are doing 125 knots. Kind of where we're settling in here. I mean, we're using 60%. Yeah, we definitely can't go another one right. No, I backed it off. Easy now, easy. I shall just step away. Pardon me, I shall step away for a quick second here. And I have returned. Let's just get all set up here in the right way. Yeah, we are on the way down south for somebody with an amputated leg. Injured person in an apartment. 35 years old, female, amputated leg. We got confirmation that emergency services has arrived on scene because we have no idea what's caused this. As it does appear that all emergency services has arrived. Where can we land? We have a few parking spots around here. So yeah, that should be doable, but let's just verify what our approach could be. Over there's a good spot. Over there, grassy bit there. Good bit of car park over here. Yeah, we have a fair few options. That would be the church. We could probably also land over here in the parking area. So ideally, we would have gotten the car park here cleared out and we could just land right there. But hey ho, we are where we are. They parked where they parked for reasons that we don't know. Get down there and tend to the patient as soon as possible. I decided for this long haul down south to bring a soft drink. Also, is this my fuel we see ahead of us? Maybe. Oh, yeah, it would be. I was up here last summer, it was lovely. So unfortunately it was fireworks where it wasn't a sightseeing. Still lovely. I was around there-ish. Oh yeah, they have a roundabout or junction in there. The forest in like what appears to be the middle of nowhere. Yeah, you got the old town down there, and then you got an industrial area out there, and some roads leading out of town to other towns. So it makes sense. They say we got a headwind. Doesn't appear to be that great. Windmills are barely turning. What is it actually now? Well, we have a phone that we'll check this on. Oh yeah, a massive 2 meters per second wind. Oh boy, so wild that wind. It's gonna make all the difference. Oh. Up like planes that are flying about. Apparently there's a Macedonian L212 that's flying over southern Denmark right now, which, or whatever. That makes total sense to me. Was trying to see where the real plane or the real helicopter is. We can't see that, so we shall focus on what's in front of us. Here, what do we see over here? We see Maya. Yes, it is Maya Fjord then. A lovely bit of very picturesque part of Denmark right here. Certainly a wonderful place to be flying and driving around as well. Okay, how tall am I right now? That seems more appropriate in terms of like height here. We just went outside there, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, they're not doing so hot. Main injured status here, 31%. Hopefully we are at the very least helping them out on scene at the moment with the ambulance. Still have a solid 19 minutes to go. 40 nautical miles to Ursner down south, or further south than where we are. We are quite north still. We are approaching exit, 38 Woohoots off the E45 motorway. So yeah, we are quite far north, although yeah, we will have harness down here. There it is. Where I bought a couple of years ago, about this time of year actually, a camera lens of a professional photographer. I'm still very happy about. It's lovely. Yeah, so we are between Randers and Hobart. Hobart is where Tom Christensen is from, if you know that name. 9-time Le Mans winner. And all-round legend. Knight of the Realm. Also, we appear to have a solar farm over here. Which, yeah, there are a fair few of those dotted about as well. Not as many as you see with the words are failing me right now. Wind turbine. Windmills. Here we are flying over some marshland here. Oh. Wetland area would this perhaps be? Okay, that down here is called Bjarne, which is the mountains. I'm not seeing that. Gotta be honest with you. Although we may be coming close, although let me not promise too much here. We might not be coming too close to it here, but we could later anyway. But yeah, nah, we kind of not doing that too closely, but yeah, we got. Yeah, we're not going to go near. Well, we've got quite close there, but no, indeed not. That is also a lovely part of the country that we're going to be flying over down here. Very hilly, just wonderful, lovely place to go. Great driving roads, lovely scenery. What more could you ask for, really? I mean, obviously, apart from the patient down there that lost a leg, they could probably ask for a leg. But, you know, it's too late for that. We just have to enjoy what there is. Deal with that. Has condition deteriorated, by the way? It was at 31. No, we are holding steady on 31, are we not? Yeah, we are. I don't remember. Let me just quickly get something on the other side here. Weird thingy that I can write on. I don't know quite what it is and how it works, but I have it. That's some info here that we can keep track of. Yeah. I can now reference that later when I need to. Yeah, we have crossed over back into the region we're supposed to be serving. And we are coming up to Ulstrup down here. Yangbort I've heard of, but not Ulstrup. That's okay, and then we come down to here. What's going on? Hey! That does make sense. We are kind of going down there and it does go up and you cross that at Arners. That's true when you're on the motorway. Yeah, we're crossing over Gunnar down here, which, how to describe it? It's, well, it's a waterway. A very, I was going to say an old one, but yeah, obviously it's old. It's a waterway. Yeah, it's not massively big. Certainly when you get over by Silkeborg that we are going, where we'll probably see it again, it's a bit wider and a bit bigger. Down there where it's also far hillier, it's again a lovely part of the country. A 13-minute away. We are closing in on the incident site as we've just gone over bus mount. Seeing the mount part of that. Slight hillock at most. Yeah, fairly rural area. You have the city's dotted about, but yeah, it's not a heavily populated area. Tend to get a lot of population quite out here around like the motorway down. like especially Aarhus, especially like south. All of this stretch down here, you're pretty much about all over the place. When you get further away, like we are here, it's a bit more sparsely populated. That is a lovely big lake over there. That might actually be part of Gurno. Oh no, obviously it's yes, of course it is. A sort of a man-made lake, and there's talks of draining it, obviously over time to restore, you know, nature and all of that. Like, we're supposed to be looking out for the nature. Which is why we're flying fake helicopters, not real helicopters, although we're flying a helicopter here to save people, which is obviously better than just doing it for a lark. Or making money. Technically we are, though. We are a private company here, which, yeah. Yeah. We should be approaching Silkeborg, I think. Yeah, that would. Yeah, that's definitely Silkeborg down here. Other larger inland towns. Not too far from Aarhus, though. Especially with the not that old motorway that's been constructed. Makes it a lot quicker and easier to get between the two. Yeah, it's down here also by Gurno. But it's a big one down here, as you can see quite clearly. Also, we should be flying over a helipad here on our right-hand side in a little bit. Not 100% sure on what that would be. Be for a private one down here. Let's see if we can see it down here. I'm not seeing it. Well, that's quite okay. The data is outdated. Some of the satellite imagery that you use for flight sim, which has caused issues with this mod, especially in like parts of Australia where I've flown it. They just don't have the hospitals built yet. So clearly there was a push in the last like 10 or maybe even 14 years of like building hospitals. Because you can get to places in this and there's just nothing built. Let's go ahead and start descending slightly. As we are 8 miles from the scene, 4 minutes away. So we made good progress.
Ambulance with no paramedic. Police. Fire engine. Confirmed on scene.
We are 2 minutes away, coming up on Snil at some point in the very near future. We can see some disruption up in the trees, which could potentially be it. Here we are 3.7 miles away at the moment.
I set a possible hospital destination for our patient. Infos are available on tablet. We can confirm or change later.
We're not going there.
Two nautical miles from accident area.
We are coming up on the incident site. Here we see the town up here. Let's reduce our speed. Been very hot. We should have all 3 emergency services on scene, so it shouldn't be too difficult to locate it. But all good on that front. So let's see where we're going to be.
Rear crew, we are approaching the landing site.
Gonna cancel autopilot here, take manual controls. May have been a mistake, but it's what we're doing. This may be the parking area. Oh yeah, we see it down there. There's the incident site. Flying over it right here. We might be able to land just on the other side of those buildings, actually, if we come round and we try and land. I can't see anything here. Hang on, we need to abort. Abort!
We are reasonably close.
Yes. Hello, back garden. Let's not do that. Hello! I didn't want to land where we did, but it's where we are, damn it. Idle. All good. The water fountain to our right. Oh. I think you can... That's where the water fountain should be, don't you know? And there's kind of something there, so that's neat. We appreciate that for sure.
Rear crew, prepare for ground operations. Helicopter in position. Rear crew, you are clear to start operations.
We need time for ground operations. Please stand by.
I reckon with the patient being in the state they're in, we'll be taken to hospital. So yeah, let's just verify here. Also, do we have any further on this patient? No, we don't.
Patient life signs are fading.
That's no good. We'll be taking them to hospital. Hello? I'm parked here, bro. Okay, just drive through me, it's fine. That's also a very old Scania. The 94D. All series. For old school, probably have like a 4-speed Allison or something like that. Right, now bring the engines out of idle.
Cabin secured, ready to fly.
VTOS.
We are off to Skyboot with this woman who's had her leg amputated. Should be there fairly quickly. Once we reach 1500 feet, we will accelerate up and get there fairly quickly. Increasing speed to 105 knots indicated airspeed. May get just close to the maximum torque here. Now that we are here, we should be okay with a bit more. Get up to 120 knots indicated. Ready to take over here because here we're going quite close to 70% torque. Up a bit more. Then we can just look at that, just down to 13 minutes transit time to the hospital. Definitely preferable. Can't go up here a bit more, ready to take over in case we over torque. Good. Let's verify here. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get any more info. Wrong button. No Jane Doe. Unknown. Have high heart rate. Not great. Yeah, getting to hospital. It's a priority at the moment. It would be flying over. What's the? Yeah, it's weak. Over Harlow. Yep. Oh, we'll be there before we know it. And before we know it, is in 10 minutes time. That's a big old gravel pit, ain't it? Got to be careful, water table's pretty high here, so we can see with all the water around it. But, you know, they know what they're doing. Not the first hole they've dug. Also, yeah, it's been a while since I've been around here, but it's a lovely part of the country. Especially lovely here in, like, the summer. But what part of the world isn't, in fairness? Knocking on 130 knots. Quite good as we fly perpendicular to Mosul over here to our right. Left. Gamle route. Old route. Route and old route. True, I suppose. Goes. It has expanded a lot over the years. Like all of pretty much, I don't know if you can see the cursor on screen right now, but all of like there's like an arch around centre where it's like just popped up. And in fairness, who wouldn't want to live in this kind of area? Lovely hilly terrain, you're quite close to Aarhus, you know, commuting. Have all of this water and lovely scenery around you. We are getting hit by some crosswinds here. Oh, wiggly waggly. And I can attest to the fact that there's some hills in this area. Oh, there are. I think there's like 13% inclines on some of the roads. We got slightly lost when you're going to a motor race on Newlandsring, which would be somewhere-ish over there-ish. And ended up here on the way back. And it might actually have been that road just down here that's just disappearing behind the pillar now, actually. That's very steep. Really steep. Also, golf courses over here. It's, yeah, not a poor part of the country. Poor people can't afford to live in a place like this. But yeah, we can now see Aarhus in front of us, Denmark's second largest city. We will be going, well, pretty much dead ahead towards the hospital. That's the delightful thing about a helicopter, particularly an air ambulance. It kind of just goes in straight lines. But we're going to a hospital, pretty much dead ahead. We'll see how the frames do when we get to it. I have downloaded a higher quality city model of it, so it could be low quality, or frame rate could be low quality for sure. There's only one way of finding out. I've done the same thing for Aalborg, for Odense, and for Copenhagen. But I don't know if we're going to go over there. Depends on the kind of job that we're going to get here. As I mentioned earlier on, there's 4 trauma centres. Aalborg, Aarhus, Odense and Copenhagen. Additionally, Copenhagen has the trauma burns unit. So like any severe burns goes over there. So if we get a job involving transporting a burns victim to hospital, we will be going to Copenhagen. And we can't actually go to Aalborg, I think, so we're not going to go there. Obvious reason, really. There's no helipad at the actual hospital. They use a separate one, and I don't think that's modelled in. So we'll just make do with what we have. Although maybe the high-quality Aalborg that I downloaded has it. I don't know. I've not checked it out. I probably should have done that. But hey-ho, we are where we are. And where we are is paralleling main road 23. The motorway going to across country. And it's Not really helpful that, is it? That village down here, and we are... Where are we? Turbella. No, not a big place. But yeah, this would be... Oh, shit. I want to say Riesco, but that's the wrong one. Riesco goes north. This is Brabant, I think it is, right over here, which is a bigger district or neighbourhood of Aarhus over there. I think that might be it, but I could be wrong. We are 4 minutes away, 8 miles. We'll consider going down in altitude in a bit. Also, what are we coming up on here? Well, we are coming up for sure. Hang on, let me just sit properly here and recenter the Trek IR. Thank you. Yeah, we are coming up to the motorway. Harlow, so we have one motorway going parallel to us, and then we are coming up here where you can see there's a bridge pretty much dead ahead of us. That should be the big junction with the E45. And then I don't know if we're looking at like IKEA over here, or we're looking at the new like massive logistics centre they've built in recent years. Also apparently we have harvested and we have hay bales down there. Copy that. But yeah, this is now under massive roadworks, widening it, so it's quite slow going at the moment. But yeah, I would say this is the logistics area then. Then we would have, I suppose IKEA is roughly around that area as well. Maybe slightly more further up-ish. Yeah, we need to start descending actually. Take us down to about that place. Go. And yeah, then you have Brabant over here to our immediate right hand side, north of the lake. Yeah, the frame rate's struggling a bit, and I think we can see where the custom version loads in. It is from right there, which actually uses low quality trees, which is bizarre, but hey ho. Maybe it's a trade-off of having more detailed actual townery going on. Here you can see some taller buildings straight ahead after the greener areas. That will be Sky Beach, where we are going. We also decrease airspeed, please. Thank you.
2 nautical miles from the hospital.
We're going over Viborg, which is one of the main roads out of Aarhus. It goes to Viborg, funnily enough. Yeah, there is a helipad, presumably on the taller building right in front of us, where we are going to go and put down the H145. Go over. This would have to be like a, I mean, we call it a gardenery, but you know, it's a greenery. As I accept that calling it a gardening thing doesn't really work. Also, yeah, we have got flashing lights up ahead, so we are coming into that. We can also see, yeah, this is much higher quality terrain for sure. We can see like some street lamps. Query, I mean, we are quite low, I suppose. Oh yeah, frames are happening for sure. Let's take you away. I need to set up a shortcut key for that.
Destination in sight. Medical crew is waiting.
Upsy daisy, upsy do, pow, 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 pow. Gather it back up. Frames aren't eminently happy with state of things here.
Rear crew, prepare for ground operations.
And we're on the pad. Let's just turn off the engines here. Actually, we're at the hospital. Allows us to use rotor brake. We should be getting
Helicopter
quite
in position. Rear crew, you are clear to
low
start
on fuel turn
operations.
of rotor brake. Doors over there, mate.
Patient has been deboarded to the hospital and is safe.
The patient has been dropped off. We will go ahead then as soon as we can. We'll skip the paperwork because who wants to do paperwork? Go ahead now, fire up the engines. Bring engine 1 out of idle, and then in a moment we'll bring engine 2 out of idle. By that I mean now.
Cabin secured. Ready to fly.
We'll return to base. Yes, please, starting base or starting point. Thank you. We'll see if we get another decent job here. Otherwise, we might like try and change over to a different area. Get a bit more variety going. I think we are about out of startup here.
VTOS.
A light rail station down there. Or tram. Don't know why they're so hell-bent on calling it a light rail. It's just tram, damn it.
VY.
Yeah, we've dropped off the patient. Heading now back to Skiva base. Although we could possibly get another job on the way. Yeah, we are now approaching once again the E45 motorway. A slightly confusing layout here. They built an extension onto a previous motorway heading further out, which comes in, joins the E45, then goes down south to the junction that we were at before, and then goes into the centre of the country. But hey ho, it's what you do. You can see that the availability... I'll try that again. We can see that the availability status has been set correctly, so everything is good. We will get another tasking if one becomes available. Of course, we can head back and get refueled. Sit here, maybe just go up 120 knots. We'll be back home in 23 minutes, 21 minutes, 21 minutes. Yeah, we are now flying around the sort of satellite towns of Aarhus, lots of commuter cities. Obviously on the Danish scale, so they're not as big as like you'd expect at bigger towns around the world. Yeah, how long did it take us to actually do the one before? It took us an hour to do it. Oh yeah, we got to the accident scene in 36 minutes. Oh yeah, from dispatch to point arrival at hospital, it was an hour. Just over, 46 seconds over an hour. Oh, quite decent run there. And I do... Oh, hello! Nay, no, nay, no. We are an air ambulance. We definitely received a dispatch. Please. Neurologic emergency. That does sound like a problem. Let me just go out of you, please. Thank you. I don't want to just immediately be caught off guard here. We'll continue in this direction until we know where we're going. You kind of has to reload the mission script every time you get a new tasking after the first. But yeah, we are what, down to... We've certainly burned a lot of fuel. And tasking, couple you back up.
Tasks completed. Ready for departure.
Yes, we are going. Where are we off to? We are outside Wiederbeck. Roger. Hanningvite. Yes, I'll receive. Thank you. Can we confirm? We want to get an ambulance going here. At least one injured. Yes, neurologic emergency. We are presenting with cerebral aneurysm. That doesn't sound good. We'll make our way as quick as we can. If we can go quicker, please, although I doubt it. Yeah, no, we can't. Yeah, we'll be sitting here at 130-ish knots indicated. Let's just get verified on the actual overall map where we're going. Yeah, we're crossing quite far into the... Well, pretty much onto the other side, but that's kind of the thing about a peninsula. It can be quite narrowish. We have 19 minutes flying time to the incident site. Then we shall make our way probably back to Aarhus, really. I know Gustrup does have a helipad, but pretty much just for transferring, I believe. I'm not fully up to speed on the procedures there. Bong. We have got fire engines arrived, which I'm not sure we needed, but I mean, better safe than sorry. We got ambulance on the way as well. Nightfall. Do we have any further then on the patient? What are we looking? Unknown person injured in apartment. Or received. But we are very much crisscrossing the nation today, or at least the peninsula. As Denmark is bigger than just, you know, the peninsula. But, yeah, we are definitely crisscrossing it. We went up north, then we went down middle-ish, then we went to the east coast. Now we're going closer to the west coast, really. We need to be mindful of our fuel load. We are down to 381 kilograms, so we should still have slightly more than half fuel. I think that certainly looks like more than half. But yeah, we're happy with that. And we will be on scene in 21 minutes after the call was received, so perfect. And then we have Jan coming up, also part of this sort of very hilly centre part of the country. Quite a larger recreational area for like cycling and hiking and all of that sort of stuff. I think there's like an artificial, what are they called, skiing piste here, although we take that quite over there actually, although it's a bit. Could also be that there, or somewhere else entirely. I'm not 100% sure. I've been there like once, and that was many years ago. So I'm not fully up to speed on where exactly it is. I wasn't driving, wasn't paying attention to the exact location. I just know it's near Gyan. Gyan. Yes, that's where we are. We also need to turn down this. I accidentally turned up. Cowbell. Oh, Cowbellman. That was like an old mummified person that was found over near that. Going overboarding, over East. Yeah, we're going way west past Anning. And we should have, let's just send to you actually here. We should have a hospital. So it's there, that's good stuff, which would be quite easy to go to. And if anything would stop us taking the patient there, I just don't think that's where they would be going. Also, in theory, we could be close to Jylland. I'm not sure. Has been a while since I've been. Because it's Silkeborg, and then we need to find. We can find. It's near Eisenborg, which. Yeah, you go. Boom, boom, boom. I don't think we're going to get to that, unfortunately. That would be neat, though. We don't have that many racetracks in little old Denmark, but that is certainly one of them. We'll more wonder why we have so many in motorsport. We have like 3 tracks. None of them are particularly spectacular. We're coming up to Silkeborg again on our left, and I don't know what's going on our right. That looks interesting. Could be like Christmas trees, perhaps. That would be my guess. Zoom in and see what it is. Yeah, I'm going to go on out on a limb and say that there's a Christmas tree farm down there. And you may think I'm joking. I'm not. It's a thing here. We have Christmas tree farms. Where you get your Christmas trees from. Makes sense, I suppose. But yeah, it's definitely a thing. We got the main Route 15 down here. the motorway heading inland. They're about here-ish. I've gotten off a few times when I've been going to rallies, so reasonably familiar with the lay of the land here. I think it is actually that very exit into a village up there and then continue further north. The by now sort of traditional final round of the Danish Championship is at. So if you're coming pretty much from the south or going that way, and by literally south I mean literally anywhere that isn't north. Yeah, we're making our way over there. We'll be there in 13 minutes time. I shall go away for a quick second. Hang on. And we are back. And now we're fully back. We've gotten slightly closer to the about 8 minutes away. Get resituated out here. That doesn't help. Oh, we are right by Eco. Any further information on the patient? Have negative at the moment. 67 years, male, sort of cerebral aneurysm. Yeah, I've got fire engine on scene, ambulance on scene. Request is that is definite. No, I'm not sure. I was going to say that is definitely a water filtration. Given the location, I would probably. Yeah, it is a water treatment facility down there. Things you notice here that you don't notice anywhere else. What? I just say. But we have system transport. Excellent name. That's a name I can get behind. That's all of that. No idea what they do. Presumably they transport systems. Anyway, we are still over here to bake. We will pick up a patient. We can do for them if they need to be picked up by us. If not, we may try and go elsewhere in the world. So I will need to confer with my spreadsheet. I'm going to do one with a hoist thingy. That. Yes, Australia. Get interesting. That may just load up and see if it's even possible to fly if they're still being hit by the cyclone. We will get to this first and then scale that and take situation then. This is Hanning, so we should be flying over. Actually, because there's massive like sport convention centre, whole load of the thing going on down in this way over there. But they do concerts and sports games and all sorts. Oh no, it's right there. Yeah, it's right here. That whole area is like outdoor area, and then you have this down there. It doesn't look as spectacular and as yeah, but I suppose generated. But yeah, that's a major complex down there. Somewhere over to our right might be there. Right over there is the hospital. There might be a helipad. Very quizzically, as he's not in any way sure. Definitely a new helipad. Yeah, that might possibly be it. Well, definitely in the more rural parts of, well, apart from this town, obviously here, this is more the rural part. This is the part of the country that the ambulance is supposed to service. So rather unfortunate that we were on the far side. We are not overly far from our base, I think. Okay, yeah, we are slightly further away. Our base is up there, and we are all the way down here. And there's another air ambulance base down here by the... down there at Billund Airport. We are now 3 minutes away, so let's go ahead and find ourselves down at 08. There we go. We'll descend down, get on the ground, get to this neurological emergency. Let's actually go zoom in here a bit, bring up the satellite view, get a idea of where we can land. That will be pretty much anywhere around here. There are fields, there are grass.
Ambulance with no
Could just
paramedic
land over
required.
on this area,
Confirmed
just
on scene.
sort of the building. We should be able to establish it fairly quickly. We'll go over a village and we will get on scene. We have a visual of the incident site here beforehand. 4 nautical miles. A half now. It may be paralleling the road that we can see ahead that kind of goes through the tree lines. We should be on the right side of that. We may...
I've set a possible hospital destination
Yes, all received,
for our
thank you.
patient. Infos are available on tablet.
Yeah,
We
you
can
do want us to go to
confirm or
good
change
stuff.
later.
We'll be doing that, but we'll see. Welfare down to 80, please.
2 nautical miles from accident area.
This would be the village. Oh. The issue, of course, with Flight Sim here, you have a lot of trees. Now, this isn't 2024, but there's still far more trees than there should be. We'll hide that, and I need to set up a shortcut to that. Village here. I think we can actually see the flashing blue lights down here, so we know where we're going to go. We'll be hand flying from here.
Rear crew, we are approaching the landing site.
See fire. We're going to probably overfly, then land on the grass, turn around, then land on that open bit of grass there.
Hey, hey, Captain, this is not an aerobatic helicopter. Please keep calm.
Kind of stopped, and I didn't mean to do that, but we did it. We're so going to go into Vortex Ring here, I just know it.
We are reasonably close.
Yes, we kind of did that.
It was a hard touch.
Yeah, let's go to. We'll stop with this patient, then we'll change location. I can also probably do that now. I just need to. Oh, don't do that. Go. We got idle on. They will get out here in a moment. Quick. Still able to do so. Patient do it. Yeah.
Rear crew, prepare for ground operations. Helicopter in position. Rear crew, you are clear to start operations.
We need time for ground operations. Please stand by.
4 minutes on scene here. Give me enough time to. I'm looking for. Do a quick here from. And then it was called complex. ADF frequency one whole. That on you. These to prevent multiple clicks. That's not going to work yet, but it will work. So any further info on our patient here? It's John Doe.
Patient will go with ambulance.
Excellent. So we can wrap this up here and go somewhere entirely different. Oops. Wait here for the crew to come back. And out of the wilderness they appear.
Cabin secured, ready to fly.
Let's go out now and find out where we're going to go. Document here. Go and the here we'll go to the go and put that. Grab one of go. I appreciate you can't see what I'm about, but just that. Have no helipads here that we could. Apparently not. Let's parking. That's a fuel box. Probably best we don't do that then. On or here, but that's let's just drop here. The advantage of this one, we're going to have access to hoist if we should require it. We may not have as full a range on our jobs here as we did before. Sure that we have the right in here. That's failures, not. We don't want to have you on. Yeah, let's fill it up. Oh, we got a job already. Lovely. Medical emergency, thank you. That's what we do.
Finalizing setup. Stand by a moment.
At least one injured. Waiting for info. All received. Let's get the aircraft. Die if we click the right thing. Ready to die, please. Thank you. Nine miles away, so fairly quick. Done. We have failure on one engine. That'll probably come in here in a moment. There we go.
Cabin preparations completed.
Oh, that's going to be interesting to land there. Do you have any further info? Nothing, no. So we'll get there, we'll try and deal with it when we get there then. But yeah, our base is literally over there, but we can't use it, that's great. Yeah, as close as we can get to our base anyway. So let's... Here we've settled in.
VTOS.
Aim fully to get that control line working, that's quite okay.
VY.
No further info yet. 47 years old female, pale coloured skin. Not eminently helpful in terms of defining that then. Don't need that. Where can we land? Going to go on a limb and say nowhere. Maybe over in this grassy bit, but going to be tight. Yeah, we're getting hit by some significant crosswind here. Got 2.5 lines on that arrow, which is probably pushing what we should be flying in. You have any weather in the area? Okay, great. What we're seeing here doesn't correspond with what we are getting in game. That's great.
Ambulance with no paramedic, police, fire engine. are on the way to the accident site.
Now I would try and just flick the live weather on and off, but that can really mess with like the physics, especially in a helicopter. See, the area we're going to operate in is up here. Weather overlay isn't imminent. Oh, what does map here say? Map says nothing, because I can't do that. This do. Power is off. Well, he's maybe asleep. Can actually a bit quicker here. But not that quick. Back it off, brother. Back it off. Let's try and hand fly this sucker in.
I set a possible hospital destination for our patient. Infos are available on tablet. We can confirm or change later.
Two nautical miles from accident area.
Rear crew, we are approaching the landing site.
Gonna try and land in the grass. I think that's the best option.
Hey, Captain, this is not an aerobatic helicopter. Please keep calm.
This is yeah, I think we may be exceeding the capabilities of the aircraft here.
We are reasonably close.
Not the smoothest of landings, but we got on the ground. Vortex ring state. Be within the, or we're just within the marker zone. Perfect. But wrong thing. They need to go off.
Rear crew, prepare for ground operations.
Rotor brake.
Helicopter in position. Rear crew, you are clear to start operations.
4 minutes on scene. When?
We need
50.
time for ground operations, please. Stand by.
We'll wait here until they have finished the stuff. What are we dealing with here? Dealing with pale coloured skin, unknown. It is Jane, or apparently it's just bugging out. It does that occasionally, and today's ow, bit myself in the tongue. One of those times. Back here in a moment. Not looking great, Dad.
Patient life signs are fading.
Are we going to come back to the aircraft? It should have started all of that already. Gotten back to the aircraft, ready now to get things. See you in a moment. If anything happens, if not, we'll might have to just cut it short. Here. Kind of just chilling about here, and we're not doing anything. Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's done so, and I think we'll wrap it up here for now. But thank you for tuning in and watching. I'll be back at some point.